वेलकम बैक टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ द GMT एवरेज सीजन 4। आज जो हमारी गेस्ट है उनका काम आपने नोइंगली या अननोइंगली देखा है, चाहे फिर वो मेड इन हेवन हो या द बैलेट हो। Amazon, नेटफ्लिक्स, इनने काफ़ी जगह सेट डिज़ाइनिंग, सेट स्टाइलिंग किया है। निकिता, बाय प्रोफेशन शी इज़ एन आर्किटेक्ट, शी हैज़ डन अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क इन दिल्ली एंड NCR, Delhi, NCR, Mumbai. So let's see what goes behind the camera. Let's connect designing, styling, and everything together. Welcome to the GMT Edit. Thanks for doing this with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So architecture, interior designing, styling, branding, so many feathers in a cap. How do you manage it all and keep it all together?
I think for me, it all comes down to the storytelling and the emotion that any of these things create. Be it a set, be it interiors, or be it any brand, the bottom line of it stays very much the same. I think the medium only changes, but the creative thought process and the intention stays very much in
So your
place.
creativity is the same. It's only the space which makes the difference.
Definitely.
So there is going to be a major difference while you are designing a set and while you're designing an interior house for something. How do you balance it? Like, what is the major difference you see in it?
I think, as I mentioned, intention is very much the same, but the only thing that actually changes when it comes to sets and interiors is that set is a moment. Like, we create a visual space for a moment for the camera. And when it comes to interiors, it's about a long-term experience because, the people have to live in it and they have to experience it every day. So I think the only major difference is the time frame for which each of these are created, but the bottom line is very same.
Very same. So, when we see your portfolio, we have very big names like Made in Heaven, ya Ye Ballot, and they are very two different type of story you are telling. Made in Heaven is a lot of glory, there's celebration, there's wedding, but the second is about middle class families. So, how do you think textile, helps you in telling that story? Does it help you convince people more that it's trying to create the story while using the fabrics or something? How do you convince people with storytelling in that?
I think textile plays a very big role when it comes to very two extreme visual spaces, like you mentioned in Made in Heaven and Ye Ballet. I think because of the texture, the softness, and the layering that textiles add to a space, they just create that emotion in each of the worlds very visually. So I think textiles, hands down, can make or break a set or maybe a space for me.
So Made in Heaven, like we talk about it, it's such a big project. People are watching it, or maybe I'll give you an example like Karan Johar movie. People watch it and people want the space, same style of taste in their homes. And JMT is something which is moving towards affordable luxury. So how do you think people in India get influenced by this, series like Made in Heaven, or overall something they watch it on TV?
Yeah. So basically, definitely people have become very design aware, but as much as they become very design aware, they're not forgetting the functional and the practicality part. They do get influenced with the so-called current trends, but when it comes to their own personal space, they don't compromise a bit on the affordability especially, and obviously the practical use of textiles, or for that matter anything in a day-to-day life.
So let's talk about Delhi. What do you think people in Delhi are looking for? Like, every state has their own element, or what makes them different. What do you think Delhi customer wants, or what is they are looking for in a textile company, or like, while designing their home, what do you think is the most used thoughts behind it?
I think in Delhi, not to compare Bombay and Delhi, I have my own biases for both of them. I think Bombay thoda zyada fast-paced hai. It's like quick work because obviously of the film and the production culture there. But Delhi, on the other hand, it's a little, I would not say slow, but it's more comfortable and very detail and personality oriented. People want to depict, their own personality with the space that they're creating. So people are very
thoughtful
while creating their homes and very invested when it comes to all of this.
Atmosphere and storytelling were the two words you were using while we were looking through your profile. We also go through the same format. So what do you think as a textile company, how does it make atmosphere and storytelling kitna important hai hamare liye?
I think atmosphere and storytelling is very important because not JMT but a lot of brands, they just focus on showcasing the product, but I think it's more than just showcasing the product. It's more about how it makes the person feel. For example, if I'm just going out to just buy some sort of fabric or maybe curtains, it's not just the colors and how it looks. It it's about what it makes me feel when I'm having that in my space, or for that matter, for any of my clients' space. So I think it's very, very important.
You know, how different are set designing and home designing? Like, what is the major difference you think while, you know, choosing furnishing?
For interiors and set, the picks of our curtains specifically are very different, because in a film set, it's more about how the curtains, you know, react to light. We use it to control light, create movement, and have that, you know, storytelling in that specific frame, for that matter. And when it comes to interiors, it's more about, because people are going to live with it, they have to interact with it daily. So it comes down to the functional, as much as it comes down to aesthetics,
Yeah,
it does come down to the functionality and the
Functionality.
practicality for a person who's living in there.
Yeah. So, you know, affordable luxury is the new thing now. So, what do you think is a sweet spot between luxury and aesthetically good? Where is the sweet spot in the designing industry?
I think this sweet spot that you're talking about lies between a thoughtfully created space without it feeling intimidating or very heavy on the pocket or maybe overly expensive. I think that is where it lies, because people, as much as people want that premium luxurious feel, they obviously do not sideline the fact that, you know, it has to be accessible, it has to be affordable, and definitely has to be honest to them when they're going for it.
Yeah, so when you're talking about honesty, and you know, while making choices, 80% of this curtain choices are made by the women of the, you know, houses. Like, they are the one who are taking the call. So what do you think? Where do they go wrong? Like, not wrong, but you know, where do you think that they are think like, so everybody has a Pinterest board today कि मुझे ये चाहिए, but the reality and something on the Pinterest board is very different. So what do you think is the major decisions, you know, they can go wrong with?
I think since you mentioned Pinterest, I think Pinterest has just spoiled people a lot, and they just taken the credit away from the actual designers who are putting in their thoughts behind the
Creating
smallest
it.
of things.
Yeah, of course.
So I think where people are mostly going wrong is wrong are because of the trends, the so-called trends. Nothing against trends personally, but I think trends are very short-term.
Yeah, it's
Like
come and
that,
go.
they're here today, they might not be there tomorrow.
That's true.
So if I just follow a trend for now, maybe 2 years down the lane, there's something else. So I'm not relating to my space a lot, like on the long-term basis. So I think trends is the main problem where a lot of clients go wrong, because they don't see the time span of a certain thing that they're picking out for their homes.
You know, so if in a situation you would be designing a curtain, you know, a full designing element for GMT, like what curtain elements would you like to keep it in it? Like, what is the one designing thing you will be focusing more?
Personally, I'm a very maximalistic person. I love maximalism elements of that. But when it comes to curtains, I would definitely focus on layering, earthy tones, and, you know, soft, neutral textures to it, because that's just another layer that gets added onto a space. Like, it's not the whole space, but like a very important add-on to the space. So my pick would be something on the lines of earthy tones and very natural.
So when we are talking about change in behavior of, you know, customers today, पहले अगर अपन देखेंगे इंडिया में अगर कोई घर बना रहा था, तो that would be, you know, only a one-person decision. The head of the family would take the call and everybody would agree. But if you see today, while people are making home, everybody is having a discussion कि उनको कैसा room चाहिए, what is their mood board. So do you think there is a change in the approach of how people are designing home today?
I think definitely it has changed a lot, because pehle it used to be just one person taking the call, but now, because since, you know, in the recent years, a lot of us have to, like, all of us had to stay back home and we had to be in that space for a longer time. So people have become very intentional when they're designing their space, not just one person. If there are 4 people, each of them has their own personality and some element that they want in their space that reflects their, you know,
their personality, or maybe,
Yeah.
you know, their safe place or comfort
Yeah.
place in their home. You know, let's talk about colors a little. Colors are being a very personal choice, and you know, people are thinking a lot about color palettes and everything. Do you think there's a change in behavior of how people are looking into colors now?
Yeah, I think people have changed their outlook towards color. As much as they have, again, I'm sorry for going back to the trends aspect. Not necessarily, for example, if maybe you like a blue shade, I might not like that. So I think people have become aware but are still in that grey area, to be
Yeah,
honest.
matlab maybe you can't force color on
Yeah,
people now.
it has to be a personal choice because colors are very, like, they bring out the best or the worst in you
Yeah.
in all aspects of life. So I think colors बहुत important होते हैं for a person to pick and choose. So choose whatever is what feeling it brings out in you and not, you know, just because
ये कलर चल रहा है,
हाँ
you go
चल
with
रहा है
that.
तो मत लो. आपको क्या ज़्यादा
Feel आया
relatable है,
उससे.
pick that.
So if while we are talking about personal space and personal choice, अगर आपको एक घर बनाना होगा, what would your mood board be like? What would you think that would be the elements in your mood board?
My mood board would be very eclectic, to be honest, because I'm as I mentioned, maximalism, minimalism
Mixture.
moods hai. But mine would be very layered. It would have, like, you know, collectibles, a lot of rich textures, colors, and a lot of layering, to be honest. So that's probably how my mood would look like if I had to design.
So do
my
you think that
space.
Indian touch or Indian prints are coming back? Like in your mood board, would it be there?
Yeah. Definitely they're coming back.
Okay, so let's do a fun rapid fire to just end it another fun note.
Yeah.
So favorite space to design?
A bedroom, because it's very personal.
Mumbai styling or Delhi styling?
Tough.
What if you have to take a call?
My personal bias is towards Delhi, so Delhi.
Minimalistic or maximalistic?
Maximalistic.
One trend you think would stay here forever, you don't want it to disappear?
I think layers.
Like a lot of layers on
Yeah,
it.
a lot of layering in a space.
It was such a great conversation. Thank you for doing this with us. Guys, please go follow Nth Degree. And it was so good to know a different element of designing, like the set designing and the interior designing, how they both are related. It was such a lovely conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.